The Golden Gate Bridge is a beautiful suspension bridge that connects San Francisco with Marin County. It's one of the most photographed bridges in the world. And a couple of years ago, I had the privilege of cycling across that bridge. And about halfway across, I got off to admire the view. And as I was watching the huge expanse of water under the bridge, it occurred to me that bridges are a lot like words. They serve to connect two different areas that are separated by an obstacle. And the same holds true for us when we are in a disagreement with another person. What we need is the verbal equivalent of a bridge to enable us to connect and overcome that obstacle that is between us. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to teach you how to become a verbal engineer when it comes to solving disagreements. I'm Linda Phillips and I help people who want to improve their communication, people skills and emotional well-being. I help you to gain clarity by identifying the blind spots which stop you from reaching your potential, and together we build the skills that you need to live your best life. Now, when an engineer is going to build a bridge, he doesn't start building on day one. He takes time to plan. He surveys the land. He looks to see what the obstacles are. He sees whether it is water or a deep valley or a road or railway tracks. And he uses that information to help him decide what kind of bridge will best work in the situation. And the same happens when we are having a disagreement with another person. All too often we want to jump in and give our opinion, but actually it's much more helpful to take time to notice what is going on around you. So practically speaking, that means noticing the timing. So trying to catch a colleague at the end of the day for a deep discussion probably isn't the best timing. Trying to speak to your spouse or partner about a problematic issue late into the night isn't likely to work. And trying to pin someone down when they are actually really busy with something, again, probably isn't going to result in the best discussion. So a better way forwards is to notice that, and if you're not sure, then ask, is now a good time to talk to you? Or I have something I'd really like to chat to you about. When would be a good time? The second thing to notice when you are trying to discuss something with another person is their physical and emotional state. Are they tired? Are they stressed? Are they anxious? Are they just having a bad day? Because if they are, then you either want to adapt the way that you're speaking or you want to postpone that discussion. So you may say something like, "It looks like you're really stressed. Perhaps we can talk about this at another time." So, having taken into account the timing and the physical and emotional state of the other person, the next thing you want to think about is the words that you're going to use, because the words are a lot like the actual bridge that you are creating. And you want that bridge to be strong. You want that bridge to create a safe crossing. You don't want to get halfway across and discover that you've got a rickety bridge and it's about to break. So when it comes to word choices, the first thing you want to do is to make sure that the other person feels that you have heard them and understood them. So in this case, you'll be using phrases like, "That's a good point. I see where you're coming from. I hear you." These sorts of things enable the other person to feel heard and understood. And from that position, they are much more likely to listen to your perspective when you give it. The next thing to bear in mind with words is that you want to be giving your opinions from your perspective. You want to avoid judgmental statements. So that would be things like, "I can't believe you said that. Why would you think that? Why would you do that?" These kinds of judgmental statements make the other person feel judged, and so they are much more likely to go into a mode where they will want to attack you back, or they will want to defend themselves, and that will not enable you to solve the problem. So it's much more helpful to present the information from your perspective, saying things like, I'm feeling really upset about this situation, and I'd really like to chat to you about it. Would that be okay? You're much more likely to get a better result by choosing those kinds of words. So, in summary, when it comes to a disagreement, keep in mind that you want to be a good verbal engineer. Watch the timing, watch for the physical and emotional state of the other person, and use words that will build strong connections. Words that show the other person that you hear them, words that are not judgmental, but present your opinion from your perspective, with you taking responsibility for your position. I hope you found this useful, and if you did, please feel free to share the video, and if you'd like to know more about what we offer, do come and visit us at www.autismroutemap.com.